This news had shocked Singapore and tourists in 2013 because a slashing case took place in Orchard Road, a shopping district in Singapore. It involved members of the secret society. It was actually started by then 20-years-old Fahmy. He wanted to teach a guy some lesson for flirting with his girlfriend on social media. He asked the guy out for some settlement talk at the open plaza of Cathay Cineleisure. They agreed with 8 p.m. on the 15th of June in 2013, which is also a Saturday and a school holiday. And of course he brought along 8 of his friends whom they are all in the same secret society as Fahmy. One of them even brought a parang for the meetup. But however, the meeting did not happen as the guy who Fahmy asked to meet did not turn up. Fahmy was frustrated by this. So the gang, whom were all from the same secret society, decided to attack rival gang member around the vicinity of Cineleisure. Unfortunately, at around 9 p.m., the gang sighted Mr. Wilson, who had a walking style of swinging his arms in a 360 and 720 degrees way while walking. He was 20 years and also a full-time national serviceman, or NSF in short. He just finished smoking outside the mall and was asked by the gang if he belongs to their rival gangs. The gang then accused of Mr. Wilson of being a member of their rival gang. Wilson ignored them and walked away when asked he play where one. They started to chase Wilson and eventually took out the parang which one of them brought. Wilson was attacked right in front of Starbucks, which was just outside Cineleisure. And in full views of the public, he protected his head with his arms, which resulted in most of the wounds were on his arms. His fingers were almost severed by the parangs. The attack lasted for 20 minutes until the security guard of the mall steps in. The gang fled in 3 different taxis. Some professional nurses who were inside Old Town White Coffee when the attack took place. They attended to the victim right after the attackers had fled, helping to stop the bleeding and keeping him awake until the paramedics takes over. Passerby also offered cloth and tissues to the victims and nurses. When the paramedic arrived, he had already lost at least 500 milliliters of blood. Wilson was conveyed to the Singapore General Hospital in a semi-conscious condition. All 9 attackers were apprehended by the Singapore Secret Society branch within 2 days after the attack. They were all charged with rioting, voluntarily causing hurts with dangerous weapons, and being a member of unlawful assembly. 8 of them were convicted and sentenced accordingly between 2014 and 2015. They were all given a jail term between 2.5 years to 3.5 years jail term, and were all awarded with at least 6 strokes of the cane. As for the last one, Mirza, who was 23 during the slashing at Cineleisure, and also the one who brought and used the 20-centimeter parang to slash the victim. He was given 5 years jail term and 6 strokes of the cane for this case and another unrelated case. The unrelated case was committed during his bail for the Cineleisure slashing. During his bail in 2014, he abducted and attacked another gang members along with his gang. The 21-years-old victim, who were also from the same secret society, was abducted and drove to Block 830 in Woodland Street 83. Reason for this attack was because the victim jumped bailed from an unrelated case and another gang members were his bailers. He stopped going to their gang activities and remained uncontactable after he jumped bail, and the gang decided to teach him a lesson, wanting him to return back the money which was used for his bail. While being detained, Mirza had eventually spat on the police officers. He was convicted of joining an unlawful assembly, voluntarily causing hurts with dangerous weapons, rioting with dangerous weapon, and using criminal force on a public servant. Therefore, he was sentenced to 5 years jail and 6 strokes of the cane. He had a long string of conviction for gang robbery and other violent crimes since he was 15. Hope this time round he will change for the good. Thanks for watching. Please follow and don't forget to like and share.